What's up, Pokemon trainers? Welcome to episode 54 of the Gotta Watch 'Em All podcast, where we talk all things Pokemon before watching along with an episode of Pokemon the series starting all the way back at episode 1. But today, we will be watching episode 54, the Purr-fect Hero.
The Purr-fect Hero!
I am one of your hosts, Adam Tuttle, joined by my co-host, Ken Pescator.
Hi. Hello.
Today is Friday, December 14th, 2018. What's going on, Ken?
We're back. We're back in the saddle. I'm very excited. I
so
do
saddle
want
up.
to give a special shout out to Adam for hooking up episode 53.5 last week, which was great and came through and got some content out there. And now we're going to be back on the weekly rotation. Thank you everyone for your patience. We really appreciate it. But we're going to get on that weekly grind again and keep the content coming. So thanks so much for sticking around. This podcast is powered by Patreon. You can check ours out over at patreon.com/gottawatchemall. And you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. And that $1 will get you access to our patron exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And I want to give a huge shout out to our show supporter tier patrons, Brittany, Jay, Jessica, Keith, Matt, M. Pitts, Terry, David, Chris, Sydney, and Bacon. Thank you guys so incredibly much. We appreciate your support so much. Thank you.
You guys
thank you.
rock.
On today's show, a lot of stuff to cover because it's been a while. How Pokemon Let's Go has created an entire new wave of shiny hunters, and this dynamic of accessibility to shiny hunting that's kind of taken the Pokemon community by storm and brought a whole new deluge of content creators and content to watch online of people hunting shinies because Let's Go has made it so accessible. So we'll talk about that. I've got some movie news to cover regarding the last movie that was out and the next movie that's coming out. So the machine is moving on still with Pokemon movies. I want to take a look at a recipe for a couple decks from Pokemon.com. There's a really cool Ultra Beast deck that they put together, so we'll dig into that. And we also are starting to get more and more content given to us about the next TCG expansion, Team-Up. Has all the tag team cards, so it's pretty exciting to have a new mechanic brought into the TCG. So we'll kind of break down some of these cards and some of the artwork, which I've been really digging. And we're just before we hit record, Adam and I were both looking up pictures of the cards, and there's some cool art in this set. So it's really nice. PvP has been released in Pokemon GO. This is madness in the Pokemon GO world. So it's been a very busy time, and the servers have held up for the most part in Pokemon GO. That's typically a concern of people that play. But that went pretty well for them, and it's going strong. We'll break that down. And Pokemon Center put together a couple lists of last-minute gifts. There's some really cool stuff that was released just in this last week. And then they brought back some holiday staples to the store. So we'll break into that as well. And then finally, watch along with episode 54 of the anime, The Purr-fect Hero. All right, Adam. I know you're a big Pokemon GO player, just like me.
Am I? Do I do that?
We played Let's Go. You got to Fuchsia City. You unlocked Go Park. How's it been since then?
Oh, you mean like the rest of the game? I have no idea.
I don't have much
I just
of an
keep dumping
idea
Pokemon in anytime that I want the box. I'm like, here goes a week. I get the new box. I gotta dump something in there. If I do catch something that I don't have in Let's Go, like an Aerodactyl or something, I'm like, oh, I'll put that in there. And I just haven't even like caught it. It's just sitting in there.
Yeah, I've kind of fallen off the wagon a bit, not because of lack of effort. My schedule has been crazy. I'm slowly trudging through, and I've got 5 badges. I'm just beat Koga. My son decimated the game. He played like so hard for like a week and a half, got through the whole thing. And he's at the point now where he's like literally grinding the Elite Four just to power level his Pokemon so he can start doing the Master Trainer quests, which is amazing. It was so cool seeing him go through the game. He had an amazing time because he played all the way through Sun. He played all the way through X, and those were like tedious games to see him go through. And it just seemed like with Let's Go, he had so much fun, and it was a much easier ride for him to get through. Like, I think they nailed that kind of dynamic with the game. And that leads me to this next thing. He's now become interested in shiny hunting like never before. He's always watched shiny hunting videos online, but he's never done the shiny. He never did like soft resetting or anything like that. But now with Let's Go, I'm at work the other day. He sends me a text. He's like, I got 122 chain. Like, he's actually in it. And that's what I kind of want to talk about here, of how this shiny mechanic has really taken off with Let's Go. I mean, have you watched any of this online, Adam? Like,
I've
have you
seen a lot
seen
of
how many
small,
videos? It's
like,
crazy.
Blurbs or whatever from like Instagram, you know, somebody showing off like, oh, I was catching this, and then like watching the fails, or like somebody pausing, like Kyler. I think he had a Magikarp or Mr. I don't know, is it Magikarp or Mr. Mime or something, but he was like trying to go towards it, and then he paused it, was freaking out, and then like goes to touch it, and it despawns.
Oh,
and
man.
I love seeing, like, as awful as that is, like, I just love seeing the reaction because people are so excited, and then it's just like straight disappointment.
Yeah, there's a lot of shiny fails for Let's Go, and
those are just as exciting as finding the shiniest. I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go for a shiny Mewtwo, man. I'm gonna probably end up having, like, in this Cerulean Cave, you encounter Mewtwo, you can save literally one step away from Mewtwo, and I forget who it was I was watching the other day, but it was like 1,300 encounters and got his shiny Mewtwo.
Oh man!
So I'm gonna give it a shot. You know, I'll get my catch combo over 31, so I at least have good IV potential and good, you know, a little bit of a higher shiny rate. But I'm gonna go for it, I think. And I've done a couple sessions where I've, you know, done like Route 18 grinding of trying to get shinies after a 31 combo, and that 31 combo is not that quick to get, so it does require a little bit of a commitment. You know, you have to find a place that you can get, you know, a significant amount of spawns. I like doing it right outside of Pallet because the Pokemon are so low level that they're just so easy to catch and they're not going to flee. And then as soon as I get my combo, it's like, all right, back to Route 18 and, you know, look for Chansey or something like that. But have you had any experience playing, looking for shinies? Have you done any of that?
I have tried to do the combos and I have not seen a shiny.
Wow.
Since the Vulpix, what I talked about in the last episode, but like it just despawned on me, so I'm like, great.
Yeah, there was, you know, I think we might have mentioned it even 2 episodes ago or something. But Andrew Goldfarb had a shiny Ditto on screen and walked up to it and it despawned one step away from it. It was like, no, it was like painful to watch. But I like how Pokemon.com put out an article really hyping up the accessibility of shiny hunting, and they put like a whole shiny hunting guide together, which was really cool. I don't necessarily remember them ever talking about this or promoting this before with any of the, you know, the recent games in history, at least. But this is the first time they're really talking about the catch combo system and how you can get shinies and how you can improve your IVs. They even tell you like how having a catch combo is going to increase the odds of a rare Pokemon from spawning, and each area of the game has specific rare Pokemon that could spawn. They give you a list. Like if you want a Bulbasaur, go to Viridian Forest. If you want a Lapras, go to Route 20. You know, it tells you where to go. So it's a really cool guide of if you're looking for a Snorlax, it tells you right away. Go to Cerulean Cave, get your combo up, go to Cerulean Cave. There's going to be a higher probability of a wild Snorlax spawning. I'll link to it in the description, but it's nice that they're kind of supporting this because it's really taken off on social media and it's really taken off on YouTube, and it's pretty entertaining to watch. I've been having a lot of fun watching it. And it's cool because a ton of Pokemon Go YouTubers have taken on Let's Go and have like dual content on their sites because they're doing Pokemon Go content and they're doing Let's Go content. It's just nice to watch and see, you know, be able to consume Pokemon, you know, gameplay in a different form outside of Pokemon Go, because I'm so used to watching Pokemon Go videos on YouTube. It's nice to get some Let's Go videos in there. All right, we got some movie news. Adam, you were just talking about The Power of Us that came out last week.
Yes, I believe Amazon, you can purchase it on there now. Pokemon made an announcement that you can purchase it on there, and I believe somewhere else. I don't know. I just know that it should be available to rent or buy.
So I didn't make it out to the theater. I was really bummed. I had every intention of going, and my schedule was crazy, and I was going to go that last Monday that, you know, they did it like, you know, Thursday, Friday, Saturday or something like that, and then Monday, and it just didn't work out. So I'm bummed I didn't get to see it, but the response online has not necessarily been that great, and they say, you know, it's still a fun popcorn movie. It's still Pokemon, but there's just like, the story in this one seems to be not as strong, definitely not as strong as The Power of One, but a lot of plot holes and things like that. So if you're looking for that kind of consistency in canon of Pokemon, this might not be the one, so it might be worth the rent. But it didn't have the fanfare like The Power of One did. But I'm definitely going to watch it. I still haven't seen it, so I'm definitely going to pick it up on Amazon so I can give it a try. But in Japan, they announced, they teased Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution, the next Pokemon movie to be released in theaters in Japan, has a release date of July 12th, 2019. So,
Oh, that is sick.
We're still 7 months off, but dude, this poster looks so awesome. It's just Mewtwo's eye looking all angry, and apparently there was a trailer. I haven't seen the video trailer, and some Japanese site had posted it, but I couldn't find it, where it was just a real brief teaser where there was like a black screen. They show some bubbles come up, and then you kind of see Mewtwo like in the lab, and then it does the close up on his eye looking all mean like that, like they put on the poster. So they don't know if this is going to be a reboot, a remake, a complete new story. I don't know, but I'm in for Mewtwo. For any which way you shake it, I'm down to watch something with Mewtwo. Adam, why don't you talk about some of these decks that Pokemon.com put up? I kind of like this Blacephalon deck. What do you think here?
Listen, this deck is like insane right now. It's all I play against when I'm on TCGO. It effectively uses the Mind Blown, which is like put as many fire energies into the Lost Zone as you'd like, and it does 50 damage times that. So for 4 fire energies, you do 200 damage. It pretty much knocks out any GX, under that 200 hit point range. And then you use Nagendale, or just the standard stage 1, and you grab fire energies from your discard and attach them. So you can discard a bunch of fire energies during like early game and then absorb them back in, and then just sit on a bunch of fire energies and just one-shot things like left and right. And if they do knock you out, you have the ability to use like Beast Energy and Beast Ring and all that crazy Ultra Beast stuff, because they have like a ton of Ultra Beast support right now. So it makes this deck tough to beat, because you knock out one thing, there's 2 prizes, you're at 3 to 4 prizes. It kind of puts you in that tough position. Like, do I knock this out, or do I knock out a Nagendale? It's tough.
Well, because you kind of, typically you're going to want to take out the attackers, because they're going to have the most immediate threat to your team. But when you kind of have to strategize about focusing your efforts on support Pokemon, then it really changes the dynamic of what you need to do. It's kind of cool. I like how that switches the dynamic up a bit.
Yeah, it takes the Malamar decks, which used to absorb psychic energies from the discard, to one of your bench Pokemon. Now this is,
with fire.
A fire, any energy, technically, any basic energy from your discard to an Ultra Beast. So like, it's tough to beat. And then you can also use Burst GX, and basically you give your opponent a free prize, but that puts you in a position. So if you have like 5 prizes, you can put yourself into that 4 prize scenario and then use all the beast support.
That's wild. It's a cool deck, man. I like it. And did you look at the Grand Bull one?
Yeah, there's another one. Here? And I just read that. Like, All Out does 30 damage, but plus 130 if you have no cards in your hand. So the entire deck is based
That's such a weird thing.
Yeah, you're basically getting yourself set up so you have no cards in your hand, but you do 160 damage for 1 energy.
That's so weird. Wouldn't that be hard? I guess what cards are in support of that to help you get cards out of your hand? That's weird. I have to look into this deck, but that's kind of cool, man, because I would never think, like, can't recall the last time I saw a deck or some kind of mechanic that would require you to get rid of all the cards in your hand. It's kind of cool.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of just trainers that just get stuff out of your hand. Like Great Ball, you look at the top 7. Like, they're just cards you play for, you can have no effect. You can use Nest Ball, Ultra Ball, discard 2 cards in your failure search. There's Diantha. It says if your fairy Pokemon was knocked out last turn, you can grab 2 cards from your discard pile and put them into your hand. So you can, get another Gramble to evolve your Snubbull, and then, the fairy energy to attach. And then you're at no cards again.
Wow. It's so complex, but it's a simple thing, but
it's so simple, but it's so complex.
That's so cool. And then I like this Zoroark Decidueye deck. I really like Alolan Ninetales GX. I think that's a cool card because you have an ability and you have the ability to do GX. So the ability that's on the Ninetales GX, Mysterious Guidance, when you bring that into play and evolve your Pokemon, so you're evolving your Vulpix on that initial evolution, you can just pull 2 item cards out of your hand. It's like, okay, that's great. Thank you so much. And that what a lead in, you know what I mean, to the evolution, because you're evolving, you're getting 2 cards, and then even if you wanted to, you could be potentially set up to, rock your GX attack right then and there. I think it's could be a pretty powerful like 1-2 punch of playing the card, pulling 2 item cards out, using those item cards to fetch the energy you need, and then being able to crush, right then and there. So it's kind of cool.
And then it also has the active and bench damage, which is huge. I mean, way back when they had Darkrai EX, he would do 90 and then 30 to a bench. And this
well, that's like the Buzzwole decks, you know what I mean? The same thing with the Buzzwole. It was like 30 to the bench, 30 to the bench. It's like, man, it was so tedious.
I don't know, man. It's tough. The format is crazy right now.
Yeah, I haven't been to a physical event or, to the store to see people play in a while. I got to get my butt back there because
I'm in the same boat, but working retail, that just literally like
holiday, dude. I
can't do anything. It's like a miracle that I'm like not working right now and being able to record this.
A Christmas miracle.
Well, still like even like Sunday, like I'll have to be there till like 10:30. So it's tough.
Damn.
Especially when that's the time we record. Lured Up.
Yeah. That's rough. All right, speaking of Lured Up, PvP has come to Pokemon Go. I don't want to go too deep into this because it's a massive rabbit hole, black hole of space and time, because there's so much stuff that's happening in Pokemon Go. But the PvP system is rolled out. It's pretty awesome for what it is. It's a significant departure from anything any Pokemon fan from outside of Pokemon Go would be used to. It's like the tap fest of the feverish tapping of just smashing your phone with your finger as fast as you possibly can. So it's not turn-based. It's not as tactical in plotting attacks as the main series by any means, but it's totally different and totally fun. And it's being very well received by the community, which is cool because a lot of times with Pokemon Go, man, the internet is split like down the middle and very hard points of view on both sides. PvP, pretty much, it's been a pretty positive reception all around. But we just got done recording Lured Up right before this, and we dug in deep. So if you guys want to hear complete coverage on PvP and Pokemon Go, please check out Lured Up episode 58. It'll be out by the time this podcast is out. So if you want to hear all that, dig into that. But Adam, your experience with PvP so far, are you enjoying it?
I've lost more than I've won.
Is that because of poor planning, poor Pokemon picking, or?
I don't think so. I mean, I feel like I tried to pick good Pokemon. It's just the Pokemon I was paired up against via my friends all had stronger Pokemon.
So Melissa, my wife, co-host of Lured Up, who is a filthy casual when it comes to Pokemon Go compared to Adam and I, on the night that PvP was released, she defeated me and defeated Adam in our first go, and she will not let us live it down. So if you want to hear her brag, definitely check out Lured Up 58. It was pretty funny. She was so fired up. She's like, yeah, take it. Toma.
I know, I would like screen recorded it, and then I was like, just kidding, I'm just going to delete this. I'm embarrassed. I lost.
Adam, on the last episode, you discussed some of the team-up cards, and we were talking about the tag team mechanic that was coming in. Pokemon.com put out some more images and kind of gives us a little bit of a sneak peek at some of the secret rares and some of the artwork. Any of these stand out to you? I mean, of course, I'm all about the Snorlax and Eevee tag team just because anytime I can get Snorlax, it's great.
I think the Mimikyu Gengar, I truly believe that will be the one to watch out for. You get a bunch of trainer cards in their hand and you lock them out. You'll be able to poltergeist for a ton of damage.
Yeah.
I think it's the most accessible.
I'm interested to see, and it's going to be fun because I guess once this is coming out on February 1st, so there's some time here between what we have now and this coming out and this change to the mechanics. So realistically, post holiday, I should be able to have time and to start getting back into the TCG come February. So I'm excited because as I get back out to these locations and back out to events, this is going to be the expansion that's rolling out. And I'm excited to take part in this. And some of the secret rare art, man, that Magikarp and Wailord combo. So
it's
awesome.
Like a cartoon animated one. And like, it's just a big giant Magikarp with getting ready to splash from Wailord way down below, just funny. Shooting it out of its blowhole or whatever.
But then there's like another different version of this art where it's like a much more serious drawing of Wailord kind of like, feeding, like it's taking in all the krill or whatever, you would think of a whale, and like Magikarp looking like he's about to get swallowed. It's pretty funny. You had mentioned there was like tins, and that's maybe how they're going to be delivering some of these alternate artworks. I don't know.
There's so many different arts. There's like different art styles. There's, hyper rare. Like,
I think that the cartoony Magikarp is a secret rare.
I don't right. Like the Snorlax, there's like 3 different ones.
Yeah.
Or 4 different ones, because you've got that like fancy art, you've got the full art, you've got the hyper rare of the full art, and then you've got the standard art.
But no, it's gonna be exciting. I like when new mechanics come out. Like even when Break came out, like that, it just shook up the meta so much. It was fun to watch. So I'm excited to see how this comes out. Like 3 prize cards for a tag team, man. Like that could really cut the time of battles down like a lot, because they're gonna be ending much quicker. Because 3 prizes, man, that's a commitment.
That's half the game. And then if you're playing with the Ultra Beast, like you put yourself in a position, if they knock out 1.
Yeah, it's a 3 knockout game. You could have your tag team give you 3 prizes, a GX give you 2 prizes, and then you just need 1 more. So it's like that could turn the game over really quick. So it'll be interesting to watch. I'm excited to look forward. I'm looking forward to checking it out. And man, this artwork is fantastic. Love it.
Yeah, the hype is real on this one.
Pokemon Center wants your money before the holiday, and they made it really difficult to resist because they put out some really cool products. Some of them have been products they've released before. Some of them are new products, but this Pokemon Friends posters, $40. These are the same size like they did with the travel posters, the destination posters with like Kanto and Sinnoh and all that stuff. But it's like super cartoony pop color versions of the fully evolved starters, Pikachu, Eevee, Mewtwo, and Mew. It is so awesome. I want them. I want them so bad.
I still would rather have the destination Pokemon posters than the artsy style ones.
The destination posters are really, really nice.
Because really you can hang them, and only people that know what they are would understand them.
Yeah, and they're like classy looking. Like, let me dress up the place. I mean, I'm not gonna have cartoon Pikachu on the wall, but I'll have the SS Anne looking all triumphant with Kanto badging on it. It's so cool. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff here. I really like the stocking holder, the little Pokeball stocking holder. That's pretty neat. I've always wanted these badge sets, like the Hoenn and Johto, the actual real nice framed out shadow box badge sets. It's so cool. And there's some really nice art prints too. Ken Sugimori.
Yeah, they're only like $250.
Yeah, dude, they're legit. It's a honed craft. You got to pay the piper. So you want the best, you got to pay the best. But I really like this stuff, and some of the artwork, man, it's just really cool. It's just amazing. I would love to have this on my wall. I own some Disney print art cells and some animation cells. So I mean, this would go good with that. I want Santa. Santa, please get me this.
Just ask Delibird.
Oh man, you just throw it at me and smash it over my head. Psh, great. Gallery figures. Adam, how are you doing with the gallery figures? I know you said you were going to stay away, but for some reason I don't believe you.
No, I have all of the ones that GameStop had. They've basically given them away.
You're losing money by not buying them.
Right. I've only bought them at 50% or less capacity, and I just happen to, know somebody that works at GameStop, and I got a good discount, and I got them for I got the Poplio and Rowlet for under $4.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I'm like,
that's awesome.
That's again, I'm losing money not buying them.
Well, I've stayed away, but some of them, the designs, especially the attack ones where they're showing the Pokemon mid-attack, there's the light screen. Oh man, they just look so cool. They're so colorful, and they've been very difficult to stay away. But I have to this point. But they're not making it easy.
The quality is
it's legit.
Unparalleled with anything else. You can't. I don't know.
For that price, for that price, the quality is good, and you get the clear
better than any amiibo. Better
Snap.
than any Skylander.
Throwing the gauntlet down.
Yeah.
But and Super Smash Brothers came out, by the way. Tons of Pokemon activity there. This is going to be one that's difficult for me because I got it for my son for Christmas. So it's in my possession, and I can't open it for another week and a half till Christmas because it's for him, sort of. So it's like, but I will be playing Pokemon Trainer. I will be using Mad Pokemon in that game. I can't wait. Melissa, my wife, and I are both Smash Brothers like maniacs. We spent our entire lives playing Smash Brothers when it came out on N64. I mean, I've put no amount of time close to that in any other game, how much time I put into Smash Brothers 64, the original. Melissa and I played a lot. So we're really excited to get into this. And, I'm going to think about picking up like an Elgato capture card so I can start capturing some, and streaming some Smash Brothers or something like that. But can't wait. And what I've seen with the Pokemon Trainer character, it's awesome the way they did it. And, it seems pretty seamless, and the amount of Pokemon that are available as support Pokemon, like through the Pokeball item, is so cool. And it's just, if you're a Pokemon fan, it's probably worth picking up, even if you're not a dedicated Smash Brothers fan, just so you can experience the Pokemon, because there's single-player stories that you could play as the Pokemon Trainer. So a lot of hurdles you got to jump through to unlock Pokemon Trainer, but once you have them, the Pokemon experience is pretty strong for a non-Pokemon game. So worth checking out there. Lots of new pins, lots of new TCG boxes. I saw this white Kyurem box and these Dragon Majesty premium box and all this stuff. And they typically will pump this stuff up for the holiday because they do make a nice gift, because the packaging is so vibrant and, it displays all the cards and all the goodies that are inside. Very excessive. A lot of waste comes along with it, but they look awesome. So they're really good for gifts and for the holiday. So they pump out these boxes at the end of the year, pretty much every year. All that stuff's listed on PokemonCenter.com. I'll post a link to all this stuff in the description. But all right, let's get into our episode. This is going to be episode 54, The Purr-fect Hero. The Japanese release date on this one was July 9th, 1998. Came out in the U.S. on September 11th, 1999. In the actual Japanese anime canon sequence of episodes, this is actually Japanese episode number 53. So there was a lot of jumbling that had gone on with the end of the Indigo League and the beginning of the Orange Islands, and there was some, banned episodes in there. So there was a lot of things happening with scheduling conflicts of episodes. So there was kind of a weird time warp that happened in this window of episodes that we're in right now. We had talked about 2 episodes ago how like Togepi disappears from episodes and then comes back because they're kind of out of order. But the U.S. order is totally different, than it should be compared to the Japanese version. But this is our episode 54. Like if you're watching it on Amazon Prime, this is episode 54. If you're watching it on, if this was the Japanese canon sequence, it would be episode 53. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have our Amazon queued up. We'll watch it along together, and we'll discuss the episode. So we'll be right back in just a moment. All right, everyone, we're back. Thanks so much for that. We have our Amazon queued up, and we're going to get ready to watch. It's actually season 2, episode 2, episode 54 in total of Pokemon the series. But we are in the Adventures of the Orange Islands, episode 2, The Purr-fect Hero. Here we go. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1, and we're going to hit play. Whee! Whee! I remember.
Space roller coaster.
No, honestly, I remember like back in the day, like watching this when it was fresh. I would every time at the start of the episode, I would always do that. Whee! Because Mewtwo and Mew both fly like. So I was listening to. I don't remember if it was the Giant Bomb Kit. No, I think it might have been Nintendo Voice Chat podcast, IGN's Nintendo podcast. And they were talking about the intro, how they show a girl in the intro that is in nowhere else in the episodes. Did we miss it already? I think we might have missed it already.
Oh no, she comes up right now.
Right there. So she just passed with Pikachu, and I forget what her name is, but like, she was apparently in some cut scene that was in a Japanese episode but never made it to the U.S. So it's like we never see her again, but she's in the intro of every episode ever. So fun. Pokemon. All right. So it feels good to be back watching an episode. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while
since we've been on this
So-
road.
So we mentioned a little bit earlier how the whole Togepi thing. So because of the mixed order of episodes,
Look over there.
Togepi wasn't in the last episode, but is in this episode. So it's kind of like a weird plot hole.
Right. It's my favorite day of the year.
And I love those little flags with it's like a full body Gyarados just as a
Yep.
flag.
Like a windsock.
Oh, there's a magic
It's like, oh.
and a Gyarados. They look really cool. What would be really cool is if we could just play all day like we used to on Kids Day. Misty, you know
They just
we
want to
can't
be
just
little
take the
kids
whole day
again.
off to
I mean,
play
they're 10
around
years old,
like
but
I
they
mean,
just want to play again.
they've grown up so far and so fast that they need a whole day to just be reminded that yes, they in fact are kids. Except Brock. Brock is like, I love that picture of Ash. I love that.
I'm just as
But
tough as you two. Now
it's just,
we're gonna play
did we ever figure out how old Brock was?
I don't think so.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. We've been expecting you, Pokemon trainers. Please come in. All the children are waiting for you in the playground.
I didn't mean
Look
to
at it,
keep
looks
you
like
waiting.
Diva's
Please
logo in the
forgive me.
background.
My name's Brock.
Oh, yeah.
See the bunny?
Hello.
It's a pleasure to meet an educator
So,
as enchanting as you
The,
are.
the kids, is this an orphanage or a school or something? You get this like cute lady, and of course Brock, he just can't help himself.
What do you mean?
He's gotta lay it on. Look, check out that Chansey phone.
By chance, I was checking it out.
Yes. Thank you. Oh. What's the matter, miss? Some Pokemon trainers were supposed to visit today and let the children.
Well,
play
how
with their
ironic that
Pokemon.
the Pokemon
They're so
trainers that were
excited
supposed to
about
visit the
playing
kids
with
had
Pokemon.
just
Now they're going
canceled.
to be so disappointed. We're Pokemon trainers. You are? Oh, but you don't
So-
have time to let the children play with your Pokemon.
Yes, we do.
This
We
is,
have all the
like-
time in the world. We have tons of time.
They're on a
kids
mission,
can play
right?
with
They
all the
just
power
learned
Pokemon.
about Kids
Those other
Day. They
trainers
just
must be
saw this,
heartless.
but
You can count on
Brock
us, miss.
kind of like puts
Right,
himself
Ash?
out there, like, no, this is what we're gonna do.
Oh, thank
And
you.
Ash is like, okay,
This was
but
so much fun.
wow, Misty is into this. I would think that Misty would be like, what are we doing here?
Wait. Oh, please, come in. Thanks.
Yo, I didn't even see them there. That was like the perfect camouflage.
They've got sheets that just look like tree bark. Like, come on.
Lucky day.
Oh, and then James reminiscing.
Of course, of course. Look at his trunks.
He's like, I would just eat 7 bowls of rice cakes.
I need nothing but ice cream sandwiches.
So it's so funny seeing like the juxtaposition of the difference in backgrounds between Jesse and James. Like, we've now learned about both of them, you know, and that where James was this, you know, affluent, you know, goody-goody, and Jesse was this, like, you know, street thug.
That's so sad.
Shut
Shut
your
your mouth.
meowth.
Childhood can create a pathetic person.
So this trope here of the kids playing with the Pokemon and doing this has happened before. I forget what episode it was, but I remember Pokemon's face getting all stretched out.
Children, you can all come out now. And
Now,
our 3
call it the bad person in me. I really wanted all those kids to get shocked.
Well, they're all like trying to play with Pikachu, and it's like,
That
no,
would have been
Pikachu's-
awesome though. Like, they just shocked all the kids, and all the kids have swirly eyes. Like, yeah, we'll make quick work of them.
Kids, take it easy.
Instead, the teacher like yells at them all.
Children, you have to be gentle. You can't treat Pokemon like
Where
toys.
you see these? I got
So
these guys in my.
I actually really like this part because it's cool, but yo, what's up with Charmander? Like, everyone throws their Pokemon out. Where's Charmander? They played Charmander out.
Oh, where's Togepi?
All right, we have a
I
real
guess,
treat
well,
for
she
you
was holding
today.
Togepi.
Wait till you see
And look at
these
Brock.
Pokemon.
Oh, I've got a pile of rock
Yeah.
Pokemon here. Woo!
Even Onyx. No Charmander. I guess maybe potentially because he still doesn't feel confident with Charmander's disposition.
Did the kids get sign a waiver or anything? 'Cause they're,
I know that on top of
it's not a
Onyx, like
slide.
50.
That they are up like an entire 2 stories on Onyx.
Look at the.
Yeah, Pidgeotto's just
It was so cheesy. They didn't even flap his wings once. His wings were just up. He was just like someone was moving like a paper craft across the screen. Hey, Timmy. I love that his name is Timmy, too, because that's always just like the pitiful kid.
Yeah,
Hey,
even the
Timmy.
Pokemon seem to be having a great time.
It seems like playing with children helps the Pokemon relax. That's important for Pokemon breeders to know.
He doesn't care about any other Pokemon aside from Meowth. Sounds like a mini Giovanni.
Oh, that's
Yeah, right.
Timmy.
I like how he has like the Ursaring haircut, like with the ring on it.
What's the
Timmy.
matter? Don't you want to play with the Pokemon? I want to, but...
You know,
So,
Timmy, if
I
you're afraid
believe
of
this
the Pokemon,
is
you
the
don't
first
have to.
time in any episode where they
they
show a Pokemon that's
Why
a Team Rocket Pokemon,
Timmy, why is
but
the other
obviously not
Pokemon
Team
you
Rocket's
want to
Pokemon,
meet
but like
a
Team Rocket has a Meowth, they're showing another Meowth. Like they've never showed another Ekans or Arbok or, you know, Coughing Wheezing. This is the first time we're seeing a parallel Pokemon to Team Rocket that, you know, isn't our good old Meowth. This is a completely different Meowth.
Yeah, just one in the wild that doesn't actually talk.
I love it. I love that.
Oh my god, Misty's face just turns
I
into
know.
Meowth's face. Like, what?
Wait! Come back! Oh, thank you, Meowth. Wow, that's an amazing story.
Well-
Tell me, Timmy, did that Meowth say...
That's why
"Only
it's
good
like
time,
I can
kid"?
see where this kid is coming from. Like, hey, this kid, this Pokemon saved my butt. You know, that's all I care about.
Sure about that, Timmy.
And it must be a strong, wild Meowth. I mean, it took out a Beedrill?
I know, right? Like an evolved Pokemon.
Well, technically, Beedrill evolves at, like, a low level, so...
Yeah.
I guess a wild level 35 Meowth versus a level, like, 15 or 16 Beedrill. I guess they can make short work of it.
All right, I love this entrance. We haven't seen like really extravagant entrances by Team Rocket probably since going back to like when they introduced Jigglypuff, like where they brought in the whole stage show and everything with the costumes. So
Oh, yeah,
I love when they do stuff like this because it's so ridiculously over the top. And you know, through the canon of Pokemon, the series, like they talk about like having a budget from Giovanni to like do things, and like so you think about it like that, like they spend all their money on this elaborate stuff and then they just fail every time. It's so great. And James and Drag, my favorite. Love it.
And then Jessie has a pretty revealing top there.
Yo, for like yeah, Cleavage City.
And like, they're zooming out, but it's like I can still see the cleavage this far away.
First, we'll make a certain Pokemon
And like, don't they teach kids like not to run up to random strange vans? Like, all those kids ran up, and the teacher didn't say anything. She wasn't like, "Oh, kids, come back."
Ladies and gentlemen, and children
Dude, look
of
at
all
James.
ages,
That's all you need to know is
Pokemon
James'
Magic
face
is
right there. It's so
about to
great.
begin. Look inside the magic box. As you can see, there's nothing
Yeah,
inside.
that scene needs to be on the thumbnail.
Yeah, right. Look at the face. They're doing it again.
Let's see.
Well, it's the same face all the kids are
Is there
making.
a Pikachu in the house?
Uh,
A Pikachu? Why, yes. A Pikachu is absolutely necessary for this illusion. What do you say, Pikachu?
Thank you very much.
First, we put the Pikachu into
Why
the
wasn't
magic
Timmy in that
ball.
cutscene?
I was
Come
gonna
on.
say, well, no, Timmy. Yeah, like right. There's an actual Meowth there, and like
2, 3.
I love how he was like in drag a minute ago, but now fully clothed.
And why is Meowth's face so big?
Yeah,
Like, it's
right?
unusually big.
Thank you, and that's our show for today.
Oh god, not the
What did you do with Pikachu?
Their intro gets so old so quick.
No, what?
What? I need to, like, we need to. Oh, see, good. They got interrupted. All the kids.
Alright, it's quiet time now.
I love that the beach ball wheezing.
Yeah, but where'd Weezing come from? They didn't take it out of a Pokeball, so how'd the kids get it?
Within our nation,
To denounce the evils of truth and love.
to extend our reach to the stars of
Yeah.
love.
I love it. So good.
The gang's just like,
This sure is a tough crowd.
That's mine. No fair.
ooh, smokescreen.
Weezing makes a nice
It's Pikachu.
Stop that!
It's Squirtle, it's Squirtle Wartortle Weagle Weasel.
What?
Oh, it's Wartortle.
War Tortle. I love this. Like, forget the kids' lungs and everything. It's just, yo, check out Timmy, yo.
Runs after Meowth, like, what?
Well, he ends up
Topples over
doing
the
the switcheroo, yeah. I like how they were gonna leave him out there. He's like laying out, like breathing in the smoke. It's like, no, I'm good. I'm right here. He's all happy.
Quit playing around, Meowth.
Let's get out of here.
Where's Timmy? There it is.
Hey, wait for me!
I like when they give like the auxiliary characters like these really ridiculous hairstyles. Like, what's up with those two little bang thingies she has?
Pikachu!
I don't know.
You came back.
But James has got a nice one in the middle of his
Nope.
face.
Where's
Yep.
Timmy? We
And
looked
she's
all
reaching
over
in
the
there,
school,
not
but
with
we
like
can't find him
an
anywhere.
electric safe gun, like hand.
Yeah,
hand
yeah. You
or
would think,
whatever.
yeah. If it was Pikachu, she would have been zapped.
Ready, James?
Ready, Jess?
We finally got what we wanted.
I love that.
Take out
Put
our
me
little
down.
Pikachu.
Said every child ever. I work in the mall, and,
Pikachu.
and kids just do that. Like, there's no, you can't hold on to
Don't
them.
cry, please, don't cry.
I like the look on like Jesse and James' face right now. They like can't comprehend like what's going on, and they're trying to process like how they could possibly take advantage of this kid. It's so great.
Put me down! Put me down!
This kid has no idea what's going on.
Yeah, let's come on. It's an opportunity to scam. Let's get it.
Ever since you saved me that day, I wanted to be out of my own. That's because you're my hero.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
You got the wrong...
Give us a moment.
Quiet, Meowth.
This kid never saw you. Some wild Meowth must have saved him from that bee drill.
Oh
but
my
he thinks
God.
you're that Meowth.
Me?
Meowth, you've got to make it
You know
feel
what?
like
Meowth
yours.
in a Superman costume?
That's the thumbnail right there. That's got to be it.
Team Rocket
That's got to
may
be
rock
it.
the cheetahs, but
Super
we're not in the
Meow.
business of destroying
Or that.
children's dreams. At least not yet.
And Team Rocket may be liars,
So,
but one
Meowth
lie
always
makes
has
one of us
this,
a hero in the eyes
You know,
of one
for
little
as
boy on
ridiculous
Kids'
as Team
Day.
Rocket is,
I
Meowth
can be
will
a
always have
hero.
this kind of soft, humane side to him.
He wants to be good. He just
Yeah.
is meddled up with the wrong people.
Oh, yeah, very good. Oh, my public adores me.
And I like
You
how,
like me.
obviously, he's the only Meowth that could talk, so, you know, the scam, he has to protect that and only make Meowth noises. But it's so funny that when he fakes, like, saying Meowth, you could tell that it's so artificial.
Word and he'll know you're a fake.
No problem.
Remember, not a single word.
Meow.
Don't forget.
Huh?
I'll protect you again, Timmy.
But I love how like hard he goes, because they're like, "Oh, you can just rough us up a little bit," and he's like, "No,
Well, he's got to sell it. He's got to sell it.
Even tough guys are scared.
We're
of
gonna
Team
get you,
Rocket.
get you, get you."
Now we'll show you why.
All right, so
here's your
Fury
Fury
swipes. So in
There's his moral
and
kicking
then-
in. He
No,
gave
but
that look.
oh my god! Like whenever they do the scratches like that, and you see the red marks on the it hurts.
These two just like you saved me from that bee
Yeah, because
drill.
you think of a cat scratch and like
We're gonna
that's
get you.
gonna stay there. That hurts.
Just use
No,
your
but I can't
Fury
believe that
swipes like you did
he's
on that
catfishing
bee
Timmy.
Huh?
Look at that.
I want to go get Timmy. She's like, I don't know what to do.
acting.
She's
Meowth
legit.
was a
She
little
doesn't mess
too
around.
good.
Hey guys, I'm good. And look, I found a Meowth.
And he just runs on his two legs instead of all four, like the one in the wild.
Exactly.
Let's split up. We gotta find Timmy.
Good.
Right. The rest of you go back inside and stay where it's safe.
Yeah, exactly.
I said go back.
It's like when Team Rocket wears like sunglasses, and they're like, "Who's that?"
Huh? Hey! It's Timmy! Look, here's the Meowth I told you about!
How'd you find it, Timmy?
Meowth came back to help me again!
Messing with this kid's heart.
Wow. This wild Meowth looks just like the
Yeah,
Meowth
just don't
from
touch
Team
him.
Rocket.
It sure does.
Let you have the Fury swipes.
Hey, Timmy! I guess you were telling the truth after
See, but look,
all.
he loves
I
it.
shouldn't have called you a liar, Timmy. I'm sorry. That's okay. I'm
Everybody
just happy
loves
I
Meow.
finally found my friend Meow. Is it okay if we play with Meowth too? Is that okay with you, Meowth?
You've been made, bruh.
Really?
And I like how he just folds like a deck of cards right here.
Everybody loves Meow.
He just backs out.
That's right.
Yeah, he's been made. Played him out.
What?
messing with this kid's heart.
Definitely heard it say something.
You see, he wants it.
Meow.
Bruh. Played out. Like they just
Timmy,
thought, you know,
get back
Timmy's
here.
yeah, exactly. Timmy was lost and now he's back and now he's out.
And all
My
the
bad.
kids run with them like, what?
You've now lost 12 kids.
Your license is banned and you can no longer work at this establishment. And they're so excited to be done with the whole hero skit.
I know, right? I love look at the boombox. I love the little boombox.
What happened? I think I might have slipped.
Ooh, and they get their intro for the second
hero
time.
show
Oh
is over.
gosh, it's so old. It's so old.
Well, dude, I think you only have 800 and or 950 more episodes to deal with.
Oh, okay, good. I think I'll get used to it soon.
Boom! Look at that.
Where'd
with
that
the
vacuum
vacuum,
come from?
dude. The vacuum and the fan, bro. It's just classic Japanese tropes. So good.
To extend our reach to the stars above.
Jesse!
Jay,
They mean business.
Team Rocket blast off at the speed of light!
surrender now.
Go back to where you came from, little brats. Huh, you know you always lose.
Not you again.
We've retired
Who
from the
is
world
in
match.
go?
We still have some tricks
I
up
love
our
James
sleeve.
so much. I like how you get the full classic Ash animation here, the whole
Back to where
sequence.
you came
The
from.
whole shebang.
Disappear now.
Did that thing even flap its wings?
So I was reading on Bulbapedia. I'll link to it in the description. But in Bulbapedia, they're talking about how this is kind of like the first real indication of a duo battle, because there's been times where Ash will bring Pokemon out, Misty and Brock will bring Pokemon out, and they're all fighting unorganized mayhem with Team Rocket. But this was like Team Rocket, 2 trainers, 2 Pokemon, Ash and Brock, 2 trainers, 2 Pokemon. So this is kind of like a real cool look at the first time maybe we're seeing an actual duo battle. It's cool.
And of course, Timmy.
Hey,
I
where'd
tripped.
Fox
I
Timmy
fallen
and
I can't
the
get up.
Indiana Jones rock.
Peekaboo!
Meowth, it's too late. I can't save them. Ow.
Yo, legit Meowth is no joke.
What was that? High jump kick cuts that boulder in half.
When he's
No
in
way.
in the shape of that kick, he looks like Mew.
And what are they rolling on?
It's too late.
Didn't that rock just get crushed in half?
Is it a second rock?
And they're just running on
good
top
question.
of it?
No, it got kicked in half and then it crashed into itself, landed so perfectly it continued just rolling because of the momentum. Cartoon logic.
Kids' Day. What a day. It's a great holiday.
See, spreading the gospel of Pokemon training. How could you go wrong? See, on all fours. Giggity.
Thank you so much for all of your help.
More help, just call me.
You know what, Ash? When I get big, I'm gonna
So this
be
was kind of cool because
just like
Pikachu really didn't have like a huge role in this episode.
Then
That's
me
not
and
likely.
Meowth can
That
make infinite
typically
Poke
Pikachu
Balls.
is
The
featured in
Pokemon
every
are
episode.
And that
Yeah,
means
Ash
that
didn't
we'll
have
be
even
competing
think
against
about it.
Ash.
Normally
It'll
Pikachu
be
jumps
fun
off his
to
shoulder
compete
before he can
against
say
no
anything.
friend,
Yeah.
won't it, Timmy?
And this one he was like, go Pidgeotto. Probably because there was a good area for it to fly and him to be able to see.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
So maybe a deeper look into the strategy behind everything.
As they head toward their
And
I
the
like
same
how
thing
they
with
frame
Brock.
this out.
our heroes know this is
With Onyx.
one Kids' Day they and
Yeah,
their new
yeah.
friends will never forget.
Look at Meowth, yo. His gears are grinding.
He's
Poor,
like, I got something up my sleeve.
Bad
poor
boy.
Meowth,
What
man.
came
Meowth
out
is
that
like
you made everyone
misguided.
think you were the hero.
Nah,
Oh,
that
man.
helpless
I
bunch
was gonna
of
say, I don't think they do the
squeaky
poker
little
app. I think
brats
they do the
would have driven me
jukebox.
nuts. Besides, you two need me more than they do.
Dream on me.
Oh
Again,
my gosh,
I
the
just
Team
heard
Rocket
this.
rap.
Got to get that Pikachu.
Don't worry,
Oh
Jesse.
my
Meowth always
goodness.
has a plan.
It's cool,
Don't
the
you know?
animation, but oh, it's bad.
Aliens.
Don't go away.
Not saying it's aliens, but aliens. All right, we'll let this audio fade out. Adam, you have a booster?
I got a booster. I'm gonna open it. It is a Lost Thunder. Crack into this bad boy.
I also have a Lost Thunder, by the way.
Do you really?
I do.
All right. First up, I've got a Nat2, a Houndour, a Lowland Diglett, a Trico, a Chansey, a Shalonic or something, Fairy Charm. I have a Go-Goat. My reverse holo is an unknown damage. And a golden wait-and-see hammer.
No.
What?
Are you serious?
I'm for serious.
Is it secret rare or no?
It's secret rare, yeah.
What? Are you kidding me, bro?
No, I'll send you a picture.
Oh my
right now.
god, that's awesome.
All
What
right.
the heck? Instagram.
Yeah, but do I
Oh my
post
God.
it now or when we do the video?
Yeah. By the time you're hearing this, check out our Instagram. You can see Adam's ridiculous pull. I can't believe you just pulled a secret rare. That's nuts.
That is insane.
I'm gonna get a non-hollow. I know it. All right, here we go. Lost Thunder.
I'm gonna get a hollow.
Kecleon. Sightseeker. Oh wow, Sightseeker art is nice. Whitney. Pick-a-Peck. Scytha. Stunfisk. This art is fantastic. This is like the derpiest art I've ever seen. So good. Chikorita looking pretty. A Alolan Meowth. My reverse is a Slugma. And my rare is a full art Tyranitar GX.
What?
Are you kidding me? Oh my god. 203 of 244, bro.
Yeah, we can't make this stuff
Or
up.
214. Oh my god. Wow. We just had 2 sick pulls, bro. I'm very excited about that. Oh man, Instagram's gonna have some good stuff to look at. Wow. All right, yay. I'm happy. All right, everyone, that's going to pretty much wrap up our show. Thank you guys so much for checking us out. Check out these pulls on Instagram. Damn, awesome. So excited. Check out GottaWatchTheMall.com for everything that we're doing. Please leave us a review on iTunes. That would definitely help us out a lot. And email us, info@GottaWatchTheMall.com. We want to hear from you. Thank you guys so much. We're going to be back on that weekly grind, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.